What's up, YouTubers? Okay, so today I'm going to do a video on demons. I had a friend contact me this morning, and she said how had she has this demon that she believes has been haunting her and taunting her since her childhood, and she is in her very early 30s now. And so this demon's been taunting her and used to scare her a lot as a child. Now, mind you, this demon comes to her only in her dreams. So only in her dreams is she seeing this demon, and he's been coming to her in her dreams since she was a child. And now, in her adulthood, she is no longer scared of it, and she basically tells it to F off and whatnot, but still she's losing sleep over it because she's not getting good quality sleep. He's waking her up in the night, um, with these dreams and yada yada. So she came to me and she said, "What can I do for this?" I have worked with demons, some. Um, I used to have reoccurring nightmares as a child. Of actually Satan himself coming to get me because I was raised a Christian. So, um, and these were the same dreams. They were the same dream every night when I went to sleep. I had a different dream, but also that same dream every time I took a nap. Um, and I'd wake up screaming from them. Um, and of course, I was raised in a very religious household with very fanatical Christian grandparents. So every time I did something wrong, it was, hand on the head, casting a demon out. If I got sick, it was a demon inside of me causing me to be sick. So it was hand on the head, casting the demon out. I go into adulthood and learn a little bit about psychology and realize, oh, well, no wonder I had dreams about Satan and demons coming to get me because everything inside me was a demon. So the first thing you need to realize about demons, if you think demons are haunting you or there is a demon in your house or you're dreaming of demons, say that 5 times fast. If you're dreaming of demons or Satan or that kind of thing, 9 times out of 10, I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, it is a psychological thing. The demon normally represents something that you are facing or you are afraid to face, or something to that, you know, coffee, witch's brew, something to that effect, okay? So look at it, because like I said, 9 times out of 10 it's a psychological warfare. You probably really don't have a demon in your house. You probably don't have a demon haunting you. um, Normally it is a representation of, some sort of situation. That demon is actually a representation, um, especially if it's in your dreams, because your dream, deals with your subconscious, and there's something that you're not dealing with, or that you're afraid of, or that you're not facing. And so the demon is more of a metaphor for whatever it is you're not willing to face. Now, let's say for the moment that it's not metaphorical. She felt this really is not metaphorical. She'd done lots of research on it, and she said, yeah, some of this kind of fits, but this really feels different. This is not just a dream. This is real, and it has been since I was a kid. Now, again, mind you, if it follows you from childhood, you could still be feeling some of that childhood fear. So that's a possibility too. But again, like I said, let's assume for a moment that the demon is real. And how do you fight it? What do you do? There's a couple of different ways. Again, just like with spirits, you need to face it. Okay. You need to basically tell it, look, you need to lose your fear of it, for one. You need to tell it, you need to get the F out. Once you lose your fear of it, that takes away half of its power. So, because demons feed off of fear and negativity, okay? So, it's feeding off that negative energy. So if you take away that negative energy, well, it has nothing to feed off of. However, that doesn't mean it'll necessarily leave. So another thing you can do, and again, I've done I've done a video on the sour jars. So another thing that you can do is, if you are okay with hexes and curses, and you know somebody that you seriously want to hex and curse, and obviously this is somebody who has done really, really wrong to you. Um, you can make a sour jar. I really like the jars, okay? Or you can make a hexing jar, which is, yeah, kind of the same thing, really. Um, Depending on, again, it's your energy, your intentions, it's what you make of it. So you can make a sour jar, or I guess you could call this a demon jar, whatever. And you basically turn it around, okay? You want to come at the demon sideways. You want to turn it around. And you want to make him work for you. And basically now the demon is your bitch. And of course you don't tell him that. But you tell him, look, fine, you want to stick around, you'll work for me. Demons love this kind of thing. So you say, okay, you'll work for me. Very well. So you make the sour jar, and you put whatever you want into it, okay? And before you close it all up, you invite the demon to go inside the jar and um, really manifest its negativity in your intentions and in with this jar and into this person, right? And you do it, and you keep it, I would say, only for maybe about a week. Do not put this jar inside your house whatsoever. Keep it outside, on the porch, backyard, back fence, wherever, depending on what you have. If you have an apartment, if you can, just keep it right outside the door. I just, unless you have a hallway type deal, then maybe outside on a windowsill, outside somewhere, not inside your house, not inside at all. Um, Shake it a few times, okay? When you shake it, like I'd shake it once or twice a day, every day for a week, with your intentions, blah 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 blah. Make sure you kind of want to talk to the demon, and you want to tell him, yeah, I want you to do this, and I want you to do that, and um, yeah, whatever your intentions are with this jar, but I want you to do this, and I want you to do that, and yada yada. After a week, you take that jar very far away from your home and you bury it. Um, this not only puts the hex and curse on somebody else and sends the energy somewhere else, but it also buries it far away from your home. You also have to be very direct. You want to be very direct with the demon, and you want to tell him, look, you are no longer allowed. You're not allowed in my house. You're not allowed around my family. You're certainly not allowed around my children or around me. I'm done with you. However, I do have a job for you. And this will pique his interest. Okay. And you say, I do have a job for you. And I'm going to create this sour jar or this evil jar or whatever it is you want to do. And I'm going to create this thing, and I need your help with this. Well, yeah. So his interest should be all piqued by now. And so you make the sour jar, and he does. It's not trapping him in the jar so much, but in a sense it is. He's not really trapped in it. He can leave. Um, I have been told that iron confines demons, and there's only one instance where I did work with that, and it did seem to work. So if you can get maybe 4 iron nails, um, or 4 pieces of iron somehow, and after you ask him to, put him into the jar and say, hey, look, I'd like you to go into this jar, really work your negativity, really, you know, do your thing, work whatever you can within this jar, and work with my intentions. Um, I've never personally done this, but this was an idea I had for her. Um, I don't know if it would trap him in the jar or not, but I feel like it would. You can put him into the jar, and then you want, usually you put iron at each corner. Obviously, in a jar, you don't have corners. So I would still put 3 to 4 like iron nails within the jar and close it tightly, and probably 2 on top of the lid, probably like in an X shape. Okay, melt them down with wax, tape them down, whatever you got to do. Shake that jar, like I said, once or twice a day for about a week, and then go bury that jar very far away from your home. um, See if that works. That's a possibility. um, and your other like I said, remember first of all that it's probably psychological warfare. In the event that we're assuming that it's not, that is one thing that you can do. If you are on the Christian spectrum and you follow a Christian path or a non-pagan path, because this is a witchy channel, use God, use Jesus Christ, use whatever deity that you use. Okay, if you're Hindu or Buddhist or whatever, use whatever deity or whatever spirit or whatever it is that you work with, to pretty much get them out. You just say, look, you're not welcome here. You are absolutely not welcome here. Get out. Um, Now, when you do this, let's say it's a demon in your home. So now in her case, it was a demon in her dreams. In this case, but let's say it's something dark in your home. You want to open windows or open a door. You need to give it an exit. Okay, you can't just tell it to leave in the middle of winter and have everything all closed up. It doesn't work that way. It needs an exit. This works with negative energy. This works with spirits as well. You have to open a window, even if it's just cracking it. Let's say it's the middle of winter time. Obviously, right now it's not. It's summertime, but let's say in the middle of winter, you have everything closed up. Crack a window. Okay, you got the heat on. It's not going to kill you to crack a window for a few minutes. Give it an exit and tell it to get the F out. It's no longer welcome there. I would also do like once you know for a fact it's gone, I would do a salt perimeter around your home. It's real easy to go get a big thing of natural sea salt. Actually, I usually pick up 3 or 4. They're only like, I don't know, $1, $2 a piece, something like that. Do a pretty thick salt perimeter around your home. If you know for a fact it's gone, you can always do the iron stakes at all 4 corners of your home too, just on the outside. That's another little extra protection. Mirrors in your house, okay, or in your windows. Put a little mirror facing on the outside of your house. And just to give you an example, let's see here. It's kind of hard because I can't. You can see that I have a little mirror taped to the outside of my window. Okay. Mirrors help reflect any kind of negativity that is thrown at your house. It helps reflect any kind of bad spells, anything like that that is purposely thrown at you as far as a curse and a hex. So it's an extra level of protection. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's basically it. If you had any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. But that's kind of my thoughts, and I wanted to share since I was working with her. Sorry, my wind chimes are just going today. I love them though. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts today on working with demons. Um, like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's psychological warfare. You have to rule that out first. In that 1%, let's assume, well, technically it would be 10%. Let's assume that it's not psychological warfare. You really believe that you do have a demon, and you want to get rid of it. These are different ways to do it. Like I said, if you are of like a Christian faith or a non-pagan faith of some sort, and you want to get rid of it, this is definitely work with your deity, your God, Jesus Christ, whatever it is you work with. I would go through, I actually wear all white because it, it sounds funny, but it is something that people do. You want to wear all white to just kind of the same as like a car, okay? Let's say you get a black car, and in the summertime it absorbs heat, right? So it gets a lot hotter. But if you get a white car, it tends to reflect the heat and it doesn't get as hot on the inside. So it's kind of the same idea. White reflects heat, also helps reflect negativity, where black absorbs it. So, I mean, it's as silly as it sounds, it really is a thing. So you want to wear all white as much as possible. You want to go around, you want to, sorry, my neighbor's leaving. You want to go around and either sage cleanse, or if you're Christian, go around with like some holy water, specific as preferably if you can get some from the Catholic Church. Um, You know, that would be a good thing. If not, you can bless your own water. Okay, you just hold your hands over it and you say, you know, I welcome God or Jesus Christ or Bridget or whoever it is that you work with to come and bless this water and make it sacred, and um, cleanse this water to keep all negativity out. And in Jesus' name and Bridget's name, or so mote it be, or however it is you work it. Okay. So, and then you want to do either a cross or a pentacle. Obviously, I would do a pentacle above, definitely above your door, above your windows. It can be really small, just on your window pane. Okay, a little bit of water is not going to hurt, like the paint or anything like that. I wouldn't do it with oils because that is going to show up, but a little bit of blessed water. And again, as witches, usually we sage. You can always definitely sage. And there's also, if you a recipe for devil be gone powder, I can post that below or do another video on that. And it's an incense that you burn just like sage, and you go through. And that is pretty powerful stuff, and it works really well too. So, okay, well, that's about my video for today for working with demons and getting rid of demons. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. And if you enjoy my channel, please subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day.